we're live, and I'm late, and it's fine. So, now we are live. Um, we are live here a bit late with Project Tuesdays versus SKT.
First game of the season. Very exciting.
Yes. Very, very exciting. I'm having a little bit of a chaos. Cat's not happy that I have not fed her. So, I'm gonna let you.
If you want to go feed them
Yeah,
real
I'm gonna
quick,
go
I can
feed
kind
him.
of do a little.
You comment. I'll be right back.
All right. Well, as we are starting the first series of the new season, which season is this? Season 11. Season 11, guys. Super exciting. Really fun matchup here. Fearless is the new thing this season. And so that's already going to be adding different complexities to draft that you didn't have to consider before. And I'm really excited to see how these teams approach this first draft. Um, Starting off, we're going to see really expected bans, I would say. Like, you're not surprised about any of these bans so far. A lot of just kind of taking away what people have had known as their primary picks. Curious to see if the Viego gets banned out from Apari. I know that is one of his most popular, comfortable champions after the Kane. Maybe even a first pick away by Blind Spiral potentially, although I don't really consider that to be one of his champs that he's shown a lot in the past. But with Fearless, if you first pick it here, Apari doesn't have it the rest of the series, could have something there, or maybe they're just willing to give it to him one game. The Anivia makes total sense. Anybody that watched LSD Dreams play in the Frostbite tournament saw some really great Anivia gameplay, so not shocked to see that gone. Shogath going to get banned out, and we are just going to see a first pick Diana. And this is a champion that Blind Spiral is pretty comfortable on, and probably feels pretty good into the Viego matchup. You definitely knew Viego was coming. There's no way you didn't expect that from Apari. Anytime Kane's banned, if Viego's open, he has taken that pretty much 100% of the time in this server. They're going to answer with the Jinx as well. I do like that pick. Pretty strong AD carry right now. Team fights really well, although it is a little bit vulnerable to Diana, more than some AD carries. So you're going to want to build a team comp around Jinx to kind of protect her from the dive that'll most likely join Diana on this Project Tuesday's team composition. We did jump right into draft, so we didn't get a ton of time to talk about the players that are in this game. We'll kind of do more of that after the draft ends, but we are going to see a Yunara answer, and that's going to be going into the hands of Yug. Yug is another player I've not seen a ton from, but got to watch him play a little bit in Frostbite, and they really impressed me. So, like seeing that kind of high skill, fun Yunara pick coming through. Poppy getting locked in, Braum getting locked in. Poppy, obviously a flex pick. Frankly, they have like multiple flexes going right now on the side of Project Tuesdays. Diana is definitely a viable mid laner as well as a jungler. Poppy can obviously play jungle top or support.
Okay, I
Um,
am back.
Welcome back. Getting into the second round bans right now. They're firing them out pretty quick. Looking like we're going to see more mid lane bans. They're really banning out game case here. First the Malzahar and now the Vagar. He likes these scaling mid laners. Curious to see what they're going to leave him with. Swain getting banned out. Not 100% sure who that's targeting. Maybe LSD Dreams, maybe Dave.
I don't know. Honestly, I'm too confuzzled right now. So,
And we're going to see an Ari ban too. Makes sense, especially when you ban away the Vagar. Maybe they're indicating a little bit. Um, Not sure you needed to ban the Mel once Ari gets banned. I don't think you'd ban Ari if you were thinking about taking Mel, but clearly they just think that's maybe Game Case's next most comfortable champ. We're going to see a Karma locked in. Interesting. And,
where
given
is
the fact
this
that
going?
Brahm's already locked, it's going to
Yeah.
be Karma top or mid. And I know you're kind of a Karma solo lane player, Draco, so kind of
I'm
fun to
just
see
a
that.
Karma player,
Yeah.
so I'll play her wherever you tell me.
hmm
I've played her
Wonder what the
everywhere
answer
but
is here,
jungle.
though.
I
I
don't
like that.
know.
It's definitely a flex pick though, so I do kind of like that. We'll see where they end up putting it. I think it would have a favorable matchup into Poppy if the Poppy ends up being top. Nami getting locked in for Yug here, or excuse me, for I think it's I'm trying to remember the name. I don't remember off the top of my head, but Nami getting
I
locked into pair. with the Yunara. And the last pick is going to be Victor. So it ends up being Diana Jungle, as kind of predicted. I know that's a really popular blind spiral champ, so end up just locking in the Victor. Not sure you want to play Karma into the Victor, but we'll see. Definitely, I mean, you could, but we'll see if they try to get a more spicy counter pick or. Okay, no, they're really going for a really strong like protect the Jinx composition. I mean, you have essentially a support in mid, you have Braum, you have a front line with Ornn, then you've kind of Viego as like a secondary carry, but there's a lot of weight getting put on Jinx's shoulders in these team fights. I think both Jinx and Viego are kind of looking for resets, but there's not really anyone to like do the damage to set people up for resets. What are you thinking when you see both drafts?
All I say is do not underestimate full AP Karma.
True, yeah.
She can do
Yeah.
damage. People know it, but they don't all at the same time. So, and honestly, into their composition, she's really gonna hurt the Nami, Yanara, Victor. Granted, they all stay relatively far into the back line, but she will hurt them. And it will be unexpected. So,
Yeah, and I feel like they picked Ornn just because they think it's good for the team comp, and it certainly is. But Ornn is counterpicked by the Poppy, so they went for the Ornn to try to round out their team composition. But Poppy is very happy with that matchup individually. We'll see if Poppy's able to generate enough of like a advantage with that counter pick to swing the game, because I do think Ornn fits their game plan with what they've drafted, but it's you're not drafting for yourself at that point, you're kind of drafting for team. We'll see how well Dave's able to play the Poppy against the Ornn, but kind of fun stuff. We did get Apari's Viego, which has historically been, I mean, probably historically it's been his best champion because he hasn't gotten the Kayn very much at all in the server and has typically had some really nice performances on the Viego. And especially when you consider that, we're dealing with Fearless now, you only get one go at this thing. You have to do well with the Viego.
that is true. Fearless is definitely going to be changing some stuff up, so quite interested to see. Create the assets, damn it.
Yeah, and there's a lot kind of, I don't want to say a lot riding here. It's the first match of the first week, a lot of season ahead. But when you're SKT coming off of another kind of rough season, but I think even though you didn't get the win last season, you showed improvement on the last season. How sweet would it be to start off the new season with a W? I mean, just you immediately quell all that and you can just start fresh. So I know they would really like to start strong here. I like the draft. I think they came in with a good game plan, and now we'll see if they can execute it.
We have a
I like the.
slight issue.
What's our issue here?
I cannot make the assets for the champions. So,
Not the end of the world. We can just talk if we have to.
I was gonna say, so y'all are gonna be stuck with the draft. I guess.
Well, all good. Another thing with the new season is, you get into the games so quickly with when the actual game starts now that there's a little bit less time for us to talk anyway. So
fair enough.
hey, we'll be fine. We'll be fine.
Yeah. But yeah,
we are seeing the champions to watch though, which is fun. And interestingly enough, the only champion that came through off the champion to watch list is the Viego. Apari with 26 Viego games in the server, rocking a clean 13 and 13, 2.58 KD.
Don't ask me what the font is. I'm just importing.
Dean said that Draco had to use that font, so if you don't like it, blame Dean. Okay.
Sorry.
And we, that the champions to watch page here does tell me why they banned the Swain. Dave with a 3-0 and a 10 KD on Swain's pretty impressive.
Yep.
But overall, the lineups. Let's just talk about the players that are in the game. LSD Dreams, Yug, and Fatal, all first-time players in the server as far as team format goes. First season for them. Game case, also a new player in the server. So getting to see 4 people kind of make their team format debut here is pretty exciting.
Yeah. Key player here, key players here are on SKT Sam S. Most played champion, surprisingly Zach. Interesting. Games played 105. 33 new champs though. Oh hey look, it's actually rotating. Oh, that was a bad idea. But we got 10 seconds left on the spectator delay till we
It,
can get
it appears
in.
they indicated there may be a pause at the very
Oh,
start. So if it's
uh-oh.
paused a little bit, don't freak out. Somebody seemed to have some sort of a client crash. But have no fear, everyone. We will get into an exciting game here. Does anybody in the chat have predictions as far as what you think? Maybe based more off the draft than your preconceived notions. But I think the drafts here, I don't know. Is anybody leaning one way or the other? What about you, Draco? You leaning one way when you see the draft?
Honestly, I did not get to see it. I've been too busy. I've
All
been too
good, all
busy with other
good.
things. I mean, here, draft-wise, honestly, I think these are pretty. I think, honestly, I think this game is really going to be decided more on how each player plays their champions and how they play in the team fights, because both these comps want to team fight, and I would say both these comps are pretty good at team fighting. Um,
I'd agree
but
with you.
it's definitely gonna be a bit. I think this is
Yeah,
probably more SKT favored, if
yeah, I think
over
I think
anything.
I agree. I agree with you. I think what's going to be big for me on PT's side is how is Blind Spiral going to play on the Diana. I think there's going to be a lot of pressure on his shoulders to reach this Jinx in the team fights if Faye's positioning well. And, they first picked the Diana, and that made me think, okay, we're going to go for like a dive composition. But then no one else really picked a dive champion besides Diana. I mean, you have Poppy that can go forward. Nami can provide some, follow up, but
Their
you
team
know,
comp is more front to back. In
yeah,
my opinion, their team comp is a lot more front to back than it is full on dive. Because like you just said, like they didn't pick any other champions to dive in, but I think that they want to play front to back, but at the same time, so do they, and I have a much better time doing that with the Jinx resets, because both Viego and Jinx do like to target one person and get those resets. So
yeah. Yeah, and I will say, so you got the Viego, and I'm excited to see how Game Case looks on the Karma. I love seeing players that are happy and willing to play kind of more supportive mid lanes, especially when your
the game
jungler
border's not
is a
working.
strong player on carries. So Apari on his like most comfortable carry. I like the fact that they've paired it with kind of a supportive mid that yes, she can build damage, but supportive mid that can really maybe set him up in these 2v2s, which can give you an advantage, which he can then maybe swing the game. Because I am a little worried for PT that if Diana is like not strong, if she dives in at a bad timing, it could be a pretty quick death into a reset, which could then make team fights hard. Some people in chat, I believe that's Eden, shouting out that maybe the Poppy can swing this game. Certainly possible. Poppy could do a lot of work here in shutting down what Ornn wants to do, as well as shutting down Apari when he looks to go in. So, you
Ah.
know, might be a lot of. Oh, excuse me, that's Chow. Might be a lot of stuff for Dave here to potentially do as well. So we'll see.
That's Chow.
I swear Eden has a similar name.
Well, I don't know. Nothing started off, nothing crazy. Ornn taking a lot of damage, though, trying to deny that Poppy Shield.
Okay, Rad's confirmed it is similar. Thank you, Rad. I know I'm not crazy. I didn't know that they were e-dating with the similar names.
Yep.
Now next we've got Ornn already taking a lot of damage
Yeah,
in the early
Ornn's
game.
taking a lot of damage from those Poppy Qs. He's been getting hit by both instances of it each time that I've seen.
We do have someone in chat saying there's no game sound coming through on the stream.
God damn it. Properties.
A lot of fighting going on here.
There we go.
Faye already having to burn her flash. That is not really what you want to see. Chose to burn the flash before the barrier.
Alright, can you hear the game sound now? Is there a game sound?
I'll let you know as soon as someone says something.
I'm reading the chat too. We're so back.
We are so back.
I'm gonna assume, yeah. Cool, perfect.
Yeah, Jinx in a little bit of a rough spot already without the flash, no mana. Definitely must have used a lot of the rocket forms there in that early trading.
Definitely did. Uh-oh. Ornn taking a tower shot for free.
And I believe Ornn it's Nevada, has the username hidden, but I believe Ornn is Nevada, so you know, and is just gonna get flashed on, and that is gonna be a kill for Dave. Well played by Dave. That tower shot that Nevada took ended up being leading directly to her death.
I'm surprised not an RQ. I would have personally done an RQ. Done EWR, held R.
Uh-oh, you see, look, we got Blind Spiral here sneaking into the bot lane bush, seeing if he can find a cheeky early lane gank. I don't know, the wave is pushing into the turret, though, most likely, so I don't know if he'll find anything.
He might.
Faye's walking up. They're baiting it really hard. The heal from Sam.
Oh, huge bubble. Huge bubble. Both heal barrier and the last flash coming out. Dreams might die if he stays. I think Dreams needs to back. He can't stay.
Yeah. Really nice bubble there by Fatal to confirm that kill.
Very, very beautiful bubble.
Off of a really creative gank by Apari, though. I mean, not Apari, excuse me, Blind Spiral. Just, you know, knew they didn't have flash, sits in the bush. I will say, the way that Young and Fatal had backed up so far, it seemed like they were trying to kind of bait him forward, but they fell for it, and that's all it took to get that kill. Two early kills to the side of PT.
Yeah.
And Victor really is hanging around here.
Yeah. I wonder if Karma's gonna do the RW thing on the jungle monsters. That would be definitely a good idea here, since Viego's Raptors are now up.
I'm not familiar with that. Can you heal off of the jungle camps?
Yes, you can. I do this all the time. So, fun fact about Karma RW. You can heal for 22% of your missing HP off of a jungle camp. Fight coming out in the bot lane.
A big bubble.
Big bubble. Nothing seems to really be coming out of it. Ornn also taking a lot of damage here. Both mid
I just realized as well, the Ornn has a Doran's ring, interestingly enough. Didn't notice that at first, but yeah, definitely. I've not seen that before. Another two-man bubble! And that's just gonna be a kill. Yeah. I mean, Fatal is that's like the third two-man bubble already.
Yeah. Fatal, seriously, well, we're back at top lane. I wanted to see if that RQ was gonna hit. Ornn looking to full engage. Poppy just denying it. Said, nope, you're gonna go back home. So...
yeah, want to see...
now gonna die. Yep.
Yeah.
I saw that one coming. Oh.
Yeah, and there's just some struggles in the laning phase for SKT, just not setting themselves up for a very good start here.
I don't
Pari's hanging around.
This is uh-oh.
Can that be a kill?
This can be a kill.
Uh-oh.
Just they were the Drake just off of that. Bobnia is kind of back in the game after a kill. Stun gonna come out. Ooh, Flash saving Victor from that next auto attack.
Huge by SKT. PT had played those early lanes super well, but you know, you just can't start dragging there. You don't have the mid prio. You're not warding out, and you're all stacking the pit. Huge for the Viego, huge for the Karma, and even Faye ends up getting a kill on the Jinx here. SKT very happy with that now.
W coming out from Victor. Possible. Oh, flank gank coming in. Karma doesn't have
Yeah,
mana.
Karma
doesn't
has
have mana.
flash here, but no mana.
She can get out of this if she has E.
Oh!
No E.
No mana for E, yeah. Or that probably would have
She
lived.
had mana for E, but I just don't know if she had it.
Looks pretty low. Yeah, either way, another kill for Blind Spiral. Getting pretty strong here, and I do believe that's the item components to go Dusk and Dawn, which is kind of the new item this season, and Diana's one of the champions that's using it very effectively. Curious to see if he goes for more like full damage, or if he's going to go for like a bruiser Diana build, like I've known him to play in the past. We will see, but the Diana is very happy with their individual start to this game.
Yep. A little bit of poke coming out from Jinx. Nothing too crazy though. What do you think about this game state so far? Actually, let's look at the gold. Let's look at the gold. Let's see how much each player has on gold here. So we got, just 2k gold over here on Ornn.
Yeah, Ornn is struggling.
1.1k gold lead here. A little bit of a lead here from the Diana in the jungle. Relatively even in mid lane. 400 gold up on Karma. Flash coming out from Jinx. ADCs are actually relatively even in gold despite what it looks like.
I think if they pick Victor.
He is.
If Ornn walks down here, you can collapse on the grubs.
Yep.
Oh, Poppy ult's 2 out though. That should end the play. Okay.
Oh, Ornn's wanting to force. Yeah.
Yeah, and there you see the Poppy counter right there, the W being it up. Although Dave messes up the flash, and that may end up being his death. Blind Spiral's back with a big ultimate. Sam flashes in with the Braum ult, and that's actually going to make the difference. That's a 2 for 0.
Sheesh. Nice. That's really well played by all of them there. Man, I wish I could play freaking Braum well.
Sam is a very good Braum player. That flash in with the flash, the heal, the ultimate, swung that fight back around. And the objective did go to PT, but that was 3 kills for 0 for the side of SKT with a 6-5 and a 200 gold lead early.
Oh man, I got caught by the bubble again. Oh, Sam just denying the wave. Yunara ult and Nami ult both being burned here.
Oh, Zelda doing a nice job. Game Case, that is, doing a nice job of getting damage down onto the Victor there. Does have that lost chapter. I'm sure we'll go for the Malignant's first item.
That or Luden's. Luden's is actually pretty good now. Because that's what Karma used to do before Malignant's, but Malignant's is definitely good here. Could possibly actually... Theory crafting here while also casting could go Actuator.
Oh yeah, definitely. I haven't seen that yet, but I can see it making sense. 2 mana items
with Actuator, Luden's,
Malignant's. Dave here winning his lane, but starting to take a lot of damage from Ornn. As you can see with Dave's items, has gone for a super aggressive build.
Yeah. Ghost coming
has
the
RW.
Victor.
The Ghost is going to get him out of the range, though.
Yep. Nothing really happening.
And pretty impressed with Game Case here. Playing this lane out pretty effectively into a player I consider to be pretty good in LSD Dreams. Game Case doing nicely here. Has the early advantage. We'll see if they can, set this Karma up to kind of facilitate Viego. Kind of looking for another bush cheese. Surely LSD Dreams does not face check just as he did previously. He has no reason to walk into this bush. I doubt this one can work, but we'll see. Has to flash.
And R.
Yep, good job. Just forcing out the flash and, dragging up in 5 seconds. Victor with no flash, no ghost, no ultimate. This should just be a dragon for the side of SKT, unless Blind Spiral gets really creative here on the Diana.
Yeah.
Hiding in that bush. I don't think Faye's going to face check. You could look for a fight, but Faye's looking like she might face check.
Oh.
They spot him out now.
Identifying where Diana location. Oh, looking for a fight.
They might just build a one-shot Blind Spiral.
Nope. Wave hitting 3 of them. Flashes coming out. Dragon's on the reset. Spiral is really low. They might still do it.
Yeah, that was a
Ornn
really good
almost
Nami
dying.
ultimate there.
That was
Nami
a
ult
very
hit
large
everyone.
Nami ultimate.
Yeah, they
Everybody's
weren't
giving up on that
quite
Drake.
able to secure. They weren't quite able to secure the one shot onto Diana before he was
No.
able to reposition himself to a safer spot. But I mean, you have Dusk and Dawn completed of Diana. Viego doesn't have his first item yet, so I think you're totally fine just kind of walking out of that. It's not the end of the world. Ornn's got to be careful sticking around, though. I mean, you're asking to just get one shot by Dave under tower if you wait for another wave.
Yeah, Poppy's quest has been completed. Wow.
Dave just being annoying, gonna cancel the base.
And taking 2 shower shots for it.
Ornn kind of in a rough spot now. If he backs now, he's gonna miss more farm than he wants to, but even with the exhaust, I don't know if you're surviving the dive. Maybe with flash and exhaust, you could look for an outplay, but we'll see what Dave chooses to do here. May himself just look for a reset. Nope, walking forward. Does get the cannon.
He does get the cannon. The cannon's what matters.
Karma did end up completing that Malignance. It looks like Victor's building into the Ludens himself for first item.
Yes.
Pretty sizable farm leads in both top and bot lane for PT. You do have farm leads really in all 3 lanes, but especially large in bot and top. Oh, we'll see if Viego, the exhaust.
Woo!
The exhaust is what it took.
Save plus Viego. He would not have survived otherwise.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for Dave there. Wasn't counting on a party to be there or counting on the exhaust, and instead of going 1 for 1, you end up just dying outright. This allows a Nevada to push the wave in and get a much better reset off.
Oh. Oh. Okay.
And we do have a completed first item for Ornn. One of those newer items. I'm not seeing a ton of it yet.
Yeah.
Interesting to go for the straight health first. We'll see how that ends up looking.
He just healed himself in the lane. He took damage from a minion and it just popped it.
Interesting.
And so now he healed. That was interesting.
They do have the passive. Maybe able to just find a one-shot on Diana. Yes, Diana's already dead. Can they get? Oh, the Braum passive falls off a Yug just barely. Faye flashing in here. The Braum passive. Dave's TPing in. He's gonna be really deep. He's gonna be deep like 4v1.
They need to disengage.
What can they do here?
They need to disengage. Oh.
I'm not sure. Ari is still so strong.
Patel. No, I think they need to disengage. If they got the pick on the Nami, it would definitely be fine. Oh shit.
Oh, the Flash is in there on 2.
No,
Victor has ult. Can he get in range?
No, he might. He's gonna kill Ornn.
Nah, they're gonna get Ornn,
Poppy's
but
dead. Maybe. Poppy's dead.
Uh-oh.
Ari's coming
Viego's
back.
here. But so is Blind Spiral, and Blind Spiral still has ult critically.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm afraid Apari's just a little bit in trouble here now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be another one. Really scrappy fight.
That was very scrappy. That was crazy. They should have left. Whew! That was a lot. A lot of things just happened there. So Drake gonna go over to PT here. Maybe. Zelda's fighting him for it.
Yeah.
Look at that karma damage.
Look
at that karma damage! Don't underestimate it. Oh shit.
Oh, sticking forward. AK's here. Oh, not gonna land.
Unfortunately broke. Zelda is still pushing that. I wouldn't.
Yeah. Feeling very confident here. Interesting, really interesting build out of Nevada. Went for the Ionian boots as well, so both top laners getting kind of some fun builds here. Sundered Sky completed for Dave.
I don't know what the heck is happening.
Yeah, and Victor just going for like a straight damage pin build here. I'm sure that's going to be Shadow Flame second, so just a lot of damage going to be completed for the Victor. Uh-oh, that stun. Ooh, fortunately did not take tower aggro there. Flash out Blind Spiral. Even with the exhaust, I don't know if Game Case is getting away from that one. And that probably can get converted into Rift Herald.
Yeah. That's the one thing about Karma in lanes is you can be punished a lot more for using your R on the wave or just in general. Because your R is your main... is honestly your main damage, survivability, among other things. So...
Yeah. And from what started as a really good lane advantage for Game Case, LSD Dreams has just kind of been the benefactor of picking up kills off of the bot lane play, picking up a kill there, and is now in a super comfortable position on the Victor.
Yeah.
We'll see if either team wants to look to try to start the Rift Herald. I think it'd be hard for SKT to do so.
Patel
Another
is
bubble.
Oh! Nami are coming out.
It's just some really good Nami gameplay here. And Blind Spiral trying to see if he can sneak in for another lane gank, it looks like.
He can, right now, but they don't know if this bush is watered or not. Was he spotted? I don't know. I don't think he was spotted. Interesting. Actually, this is a really good item on Ornn.
Oh wow, already level 13 has the masterwork.
Yep. That's just top lane right now. You get levels really quickly. Honestly, I won't lie, I don't know how to feel. I have not played a whole lot this season recently. But it's definitely, I feel like, oh.
Uh-oh, Faye might be in trouble here. Has no flash.
Extremely dead.
Unfortunate death.
Yeah. But anyways, what I was saying is I have not played a whole lot this season, and I will not lie, I am not used to the amount of EXP top laners get right now, and the amount of damage ADCs get right now.
Yeah.
So, I need
still,
to...
everybody's still kind of adjusting. Yeah. Viego has started the Rift Herald here, but I don't know if you can actually do this. Your mid laner had to base. Probably just got to ult out over the wall. Instead, gonna get stunned. You do have an exhaust there, but Pari chooses to flash out, escape the ult.
Yeah, do not ult back in. Woo! Actually, could have ulted back in, but not a good idea.
Yeah. And...
actually, wouldn't have been a bad idea. He could get it out. Anyway, still was a bit of a... yeah.
And yeah, we got a 4K advantage now from what was a really close game early. Has ballooned into a 4K gold lead for the side of Project Tuesdays. I'd say they're pretty comfortably in control of this one now. Diana on 2 items, Victor on 2 items, Poppy going to be very close to 2 items. Probably has 2 items on this base. Yeah, I don't know. SKT's going to have to get creative here to see what they can do to kind of claw back a good team fight. Diana with a Seeker's Arm Guard as well now too, so has a little extra survivability when Blind Spiral looks to dive.
Woo!
Big karma damage, but we'll see what you can actually convert that into. You know, Nami is going to heal the majority of that up.
Yeah. To be honest, I probably would have taken Jack of all trades even in mid lane for karma. That ability haste is really nice. Poppy with a Fimbulwinter. Poppy missing the shield. It is still hurting, so...
yeah, we are looking at a fight here potentially. Teams are posturing. It's going to be a 4v4 if Karma walks over. Neither top laner looking to join.
I think... oh! Stealer coming out!
Yeah, I think you just run here and you're pretty happy with that.
Yeah, you be happy with that.
Nice steal by Apari there. Smites it away from Blind Spiral. Good stuff by Apari.
Yeah.
And that just gives you a little more time to scale now. You know, you need Jinx to be strong. If SKT can win this game, Jinx is going to have to be a primary contributor to that. So you can kind of stall out now. See if you can get Jinx a couple more items. is going for that Infinity Edge second, so once that gets completed, it is obviously a big power spike.
They're looking here at top lane. They want that tower.
Yeah, that tower is not long for this world.
No.
Apari going for, I believe that's the Collector second item too. Doesn't have that quite completed yet. Does now have the upgraded Trinity Force though, the Ornn Masterwork Trinity Force, so that is a nice little bonus. 1-1-7 on the Viego too. Little unfortunate that he's kind of just been grabbing assists this game. We know what this guy can do when his Viego gets rolling, and just hasn't gotten as much gold as potentially he could have if a couple few more of those kills went his direction. But still in this game, only 4K gold down now, holding that line. It's been 4K for a few minutes. You can kind of keep it at that, farm up, and then find a good fight. You can get it a lot closer, and then the game could be anybody's. You're just not really allowed to make another big mistake when you're already behind. No. But Jinx does have that second item. Viego has that second item. Karma's getting close to the second item, which appears to be, I forget, I'm blanking on the name. It's the blue item, Storm Surge or whatever.
Storm Surge.
Yeah.
Oh.
So interesting. That's a lot of damage.
That is a lot of damage.
That is half of Viego's health. Yeah.
All from 2 abilities.
Dana looking to go in here. Is he going to continue? No. Victor's walking up from bot. Everybody's kind of standing around mid, but it looks like Karma's just going to end up going back to bot. Nope, staying around. Kind of just letting minions die bot lane. But this is what happens when neither mid laner takes teleport. You're kind of, it's hard to side lane.
Yeah. It's quite funny that neither of them took TP.
Yeah, the fact that you have double exhaust here on SKT solo lanes is kind of interesting.
It is kind of interesting. I can understand the top lane, but the mid lane? I mean, I guess for, like, Diana, but...
I mean, we have seen exhaust get some value this game, don't get me wrong.
No, for sure.
But as I said, it does make the side laning a little bit harder, because if the other player's there, you feel like you need to be close, because you don't have the ability to TP.
For sure. Barely missing that bubble. Nothing's really happening.
No, not a lot. Yunara has her second item as well, and has opted for the one that I don't know the name of it yet, but it's the one that when you use your ultimate, your next like 3 autos do a lot of extra damage.
Yeah, Fiend Hunter
Fiend bolts. Okay. Yeah, I've seen a lot of players enjoy that one. I've seen Twitch build that. I've seen Zeri build that. I've now seen Yunara build that. Not actually sure of its power level personally, but definitely players enjoying it so far this new season. Yunara is a champion that does quite a lot of burst when she ults, so I could see the synergy kind of.
Yeah, this will be. Plus, I mean, the ultimate CD is quite nice as well for ADCs in general.
And we are just kind of setting up for another dragon. Not a whole lot happened between that steal and the next one.
I wonder if Ornn can re-upgrade 2 to 3 other items now that he has level 20.
Oh, I don't know. I have no idea. I assume you're still limited to 1. Oh, we might have a push tease here though. I like the Ornn ult, and that's just gonna be a pick on Nami. It has to be, right?
Oh.
Yep.
TP
and you got
coming
TP.
in.
That's a dangerous TP by Dave. Can they somehow pick Dave off? He's so tanky here.
He is so tanky. Spiral getting caught out, however, though. Spiral getting shut down. Possibly turning onto the Victor. Victor does have R. Flash coming out.
Yeah. Gets that's Faye and it's Jinx and Victor Flash, and that's gonna be Dragon. Yeah, when all else fails, set up a push cheese.
Yep. Exactly.
That's been the classic League play, and it always works. Or it always has the chance to work, at least. And, that's going to be a dragon. Still a 4K gold lead, but SKT continuing to scale, continuing to hold on. I like the creative play there. and you're getting more items on your carries, setting up for a team fight.
That's a lot of AP.
How do we approach this next time if we're PT to avoid that? You cannot have Nami going in first. You need Blind Spiral there, or you need Dave there to walk in.
Trying to look for a pick on the Poppy, unable to find it. Losing minions mid lane.
Yeah, you are.
Wait, what?
You are losing some minions there.
Oh.
Vandal Pipes completed on the bomb. Jinx is getting close to her Zeal item. I assume going to be looking for a Runeance here. That is a pretty big power spike when you hit those like 3 items on Jinx, I feel like. Victor also, though, getting dangerously close to the death cap, already pumping a lot of damage. As soon as LSD Dreams completes that death cap, I mean, he has one-shot potential on multiple members of the SKT lineup, and if you can just find a one-shot onto a Pari or the Jinx, I mean, that kind of just wins you the team fight.
Uh-oh.
Dave, level 17 now, highest level in the game.
Orm just turned... No, did not just turn level 16.
I believe Victor just hit 16. Yug playing aggressively here.
Trying to bait.
Gotta be a little careful here. The Yunara has 3 items while the Jinx is still working towards her 3rd. I don't think you want to do anything too big here. Let Jinx get that next item. You have 2.5 minutes till Soul. Uh-oh, maybe a pick on Dave, though, or at
Poppy
least...
ult got cancelled!
Yeah, it's not up yet.
Except
Doing a lot
Pari.
of damage. Oh, but Faye somehow getting picked off. Good pick onto Dave.
Poppy's not dying.
Maybe? Jeez.
That Poppy is not dying!
Finally.
Oh
Good
my
Lord.
gosh, it took them so long just to kill the Poppy. Jinx
Yeah, it's a nice pick on the
dying for
Poppy.
it.
Really unfortunate that Faye got caught out there in mid, though. It ends up just kind of being a 1-for-1. You're not able to do too much off of it.
Though, Runaan's being completed over to Jinx. Yunara also having 3 items. This is...
Yeah. I mean, the kills are even, but you're at a 5k gold,
Well, you gotta
almost
get,
6k gold lead now.
like Rat had said, they all have Ornn item upgrades, so it's still relatively, give or take,
Yep, that's a good
even
point.
in gold, just due to stats, because that is not calculated in the gold total.
Very true.
So...
Victor does now have the death cap, though. Gonna have to watch out for this Victor damage as we set up for this soul fight in a minute 30. Diana maybe getting spotted out here. Apari's dropping down pings. If you could find a pick on a Diana here, that'd be really nice, or at least blow the flash.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, this should be a kill.
Definitely
And that's just a really, really poor invade by Blind Spiral there, getting caught out, and he'll be up in time for the soul, but you may just be able to go Baron here. He used his flash there as well. We're gonna have to see some absolute heroics out of the rest of PT if you're gonna stop this Baron.
Honestly. LSD Dreams has R and the death
Has
cap.
flash,
He does a
has
lot of
ghost.
damage.
Yeah, has everything on the Victor right now. Victor
They
could
cannot.
go big here.
They can't. Victor is too scary here.
Yeah,
Victor's too
I think I
scary.
kind of agree with you. And
Victor's
you don't
too
have the
scary.
Ornn ult, so you can't really enforce the force the engage on the Victor.
They
Excuse
just
me.
need to back out. They're wasting
Yeah, at this point,
time.
yeah, you're wasting way too much time now. I think if you're SKT, you want to just take your reset, fix your lanes, and fight for soul now.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, Apari potentially just caught out, though.
No.
Really poor place to...
fine, but yeah. Definitely poor placement there. Poor backing position there. Sorry, not trying to interrupt.
Yeah,
you.
I mean, I think there might have been an angle to still try to force the Baron, because you never made Victor walk up too far, but it's just like, who actually has threat onto Victor at that point when he has all sums up? I don't know. I don't hate the back off play. Sam may just get caught, though.
Sam's first death? Nope.
Not quite.
Nope.
Oh, we are seeing
Using both sums.
Ornalt misses, unfortunately, and that's a Viego gets knocked out by
Viego
Poppy, and
is
they are just
knocked
going to grab
out,
drag.
and they're just gonna disengage there.
Yeah, and what looked like a good pick onto Spiral, you know, the kind of the dance around at Baron ended up making them lose positioning on drag, and so you don't get Baron, you don't get drag. Still kind of good for PT overall.
Yep.
Definitely just seemed like a little bit of indecision there on the side of SKT. You need a voice to just kind of take over here and kind of make sure everybody's on the same wavelength, however you want to choose to play this out. You do have 3 items on Jinx. You do have 3 items on Viego. Karma getting close to that 3rd item. Definitely could still find a favorable fight.
Karma is 300 gold off of Death Cap. So let's look at the gold charts here again.
Yeah,
11...
I mean, Dave is... Yeah.
Sorry.
11? No, go ahead.
11k gold on the Poppy. Almost 11k gold on the Ornn here. Almost 12k gold, sorry, on the Poppy. Zelda almost dying. Uh-oh, dodging. Bob and weaving. Oh,
big heal.
Flash coming out from the Inara. Did she ult? She had already ulted.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Yeah, and it's just, I don't know, difficult spot for SKT here. Oh, you do potentially have a pick on LSD Dreams, but no, not gonna be able to follow it up. Oh, Blind Spiral really wants to dive this turret. We'll see if he goes for it.
Death Cap purchased from the Karma. Yes, definitely. This is honestly a very good game one. 33 minutes. Game's honestly kind of still anybody's. Obviously, we're in a bit of favor here from to PT. However, if SKT gets a if SKT gets a pretty good team fight, there is a lot of standing gold on the map from just the towers and their plates. So
yeah, certainly. Definitely still anyone's game. Sam's still deathless, by the way, on the Braum here.
Yeah, he's killing it.
Yeah, he has 13 of 14 kill participation, deathless right now on the Braum. Yep. That's just a good support performance.
That's
Nothing
a great
else to say there.
support performance. Definitely can agree with that one. So nothing real happening here. Uh-oh. Is Sam's first death? Nope.
No, should be able to hop over the wall.
Yep.
Yeah. Faye playing pretty aggressive there.
Confident of what's around. Back him up. Both top laners brawling a fucking top lane.
Yeah.
Or bot lane.
Seems like we're just gonna set up for another dragon fight.
Yep.
It's gonna be difficult for SKT to get favorable positioning though.
They
Last
can
time
trade Baron. I would say they trade Drake for Baron.
They could try that. We'll see if they're willing to. It's still risky though, because if you don't take it fast enough, Poppy walks over, ults a few people away. Yep. It could get dicey quickly.
For sure.
Well, if they choose to fight the Faye's just cut though.
Ramar. Yunara. Oh.
Karma can't join though. Karma has no TP. It's 5v4.
It is a 5v4. However, Ornn is tanking
huge
the
knockup
tag.
by Ornn.
Oh my.
Nah, Faye's just dead.
Again. Spiral coming back in with the unending despair. Damn. Ornn needs a bag.
It's close, but not enough. Sam, I agree. Sam played that really well to give him a chance in that team fight. It looked like for a moment that when they were all clumped and Jinx rockets were hitting everyone, you might have had an angle, but even now, still not enough there, and that's gonna be dragon here for PT, and we're gonna be 3 dragons apiece. And that's just the danger, you know. Game Case was pushing top there without teleport, so I mean, the best you're getting is a 5-on-4. And I feel like you need Karma there in these team fights.
Yeah.
Especially when you look at Poppy's build. I mean, Poppy has built straight armor. Like, the person that does damage to Poppy is Game Case, as you see right there.
Look at that bubble. Oh,
I mean, Game Case
look at
doing
that
big
damage.
I really think you need a front to back where if you get a little bit of Karma poke damage onto the members, it could give Jinx like the health bars to actually be able to find a reset.
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, Karma does a lot of damage. Like, full AP. Like, that Yunara, if she gets hit by an RQ, I kid you not, she's gonna be down to a 3rd HP. So...
Looking for an ult here. Just kind of push them off, see if they can get a turret.
Let's see. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. That wasn't even the second part.
Massive damage. And they are going to just brute force. Yeah, they just brute force this mid turret. Oh, Sam's the GOAT blocking the freaking...
He is...
Yeah, Sam is the GOAT letting Ornn back right there.
Yeah.
Game Case? Sam's the GOAT. Just keeping everyone alive right now.
Sam
oh my god. Oh, but it's behind. That is not what you want to see.
Oh no.
I mean, he can only save you so much, guys.
Yeah.
Just really lazy backs there just get punished super hard. And I don't know, can they maybe look for an end here? Both carries
no,
are dead.
they cannot end.
I don't know, they're killing Ornn pretty quickly.
Not really, but definitely not.
Quick enough.
Yeah. I still don't think they might be able to end actually now.
I don't know, you got 30, you got 25 seconds on Jinx.
If Ornn did not die
seconds.
there, I don't think they're gonna push for the end.
Yeah, it's gonna be a double inhib, I believe.
Yeah, double inhib in the Baron. That would be the correct call. Instead of overforcing. Oh, wait, was Baron taken? No, Baron was not taken.
Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna be able to dig themselves out of this hole. It's now in a 10k gold lead.
Yeah. This one's a hard one, if possible. Viego has the LDR. Bloodthirster was built on Jinx. I think we needed the armor pen.
Yeah, I'm kind of agreeing here. Definitely need some armor pen to be able to shred through this Poppy.
Yeah.
I mean, even look at Diana's build, has a Thorn Mail last item. Sam maybe getting set up for his first death of the game here.
No,
but he's so tanky.
He is so tanky. That Braum shield, man.
Trying to see if they can find a chase here.
Uh-oh.
Oh, but the Victor damage just massive over the wall. Flying Spiral going to continue to go here. Not sure if they're going to be able to peel him off. Oh? Close, but Dave again with a flank. You do get a shutdown. You do get a Jinx reset. Faye is moving forward here. How aggressive can Faye get here? We'll see if they can find anything, but Poppy is just going to be like unkillable in my opinion. It's close. Yeah, there's the stun. There's a bubble. Jinx is dead. And that, my friends, I believe is going to wrap. I believe that's going to wrap up game one here.
I believe that will be game one here. Oh. Sam, is he going to die? He's got to keep the KDA. That is game one headed over to PT.
Well played to PT here. We'll see how SKT chooses to back out or start this next game. You know, let's mention again, everybody, we are running Fearless this season. So all the champions that you just saw, you will not see them again this series. So everybody's gonna have to come up with something new here. We do, Draco, have the honor of picking an MVP for this first game.
Oh.
Me personally, it's kind of a hard one. I think a
Say,
lot of players played well. I'm not 100% sure. What are you thinking?
honestly, I mean, Diana got some good picks. She also made some I mean, Victor was relatively steady. Nami and Yunara were both relatively steady throughout the entire game. Everybody was pretty steady for the most part. Poppy, I mean, they all did a really good job. I think MVP is definitely a hard pick between all of these.
Yeah, I might lean Nami here. Those like the first bubbles of the game were like
Yeah,
double man bubble,
honestly,
double man bubble, double man bubble,
yeah,
4-man ult in the bottom lane fight. Like when everyone played so well, I'd be pretty happy here giving it to Nami if you're good
yeah,
with that.
I can agree with that. I can agree with that. We cannot give it to Sam as
Yeah,
they
unfortunately,
did not
Dean has told
win.
me before you are not allowed to give it to someone on the losing team, no matter how
Otherwise,
good they play. Yes,
yes.
Rat, I've tried before. Take it
We've
up with
tried.
Dean.
Yep, I've tried before too.
And
So,
so
otherwise, we
first
would
MVP of the
definitely give it to
season.
Sam. Yeah, Sam gets
Well,
SVP.
Sam did play great, but I don't want to have that take away from Fatal. Fatal did play a really damn good game too. So
Fatal did play a
first game
very
of the
good game, yeah.
season, both supports showing out super hard. Congrats to Fatal on the game one MVP. What are you looking for here as we get into game two, Draco?
Uh,
What do you want to see SKT try to do here to give themselves a little bit of a better chance?
I could not tell you because I do not know them. I don't know them. I honestly couldn't tell you because I don't know entirely how SKT wants to play, and really I think both teams played well, and I think next game could kind of really be, I mean, depending on obviously what is played, what is picked, and whatnot, I think it can kind of be anybody's game for next. But I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. What about you? What do you think?
Um, with Fearless, you can't rely on like the Viego again here.
No.
Maybe try to give Sam a little bit more playmaking. Like played a damn good game on the Braum, as we've all discussed. Maybe give him something that gives him a little bit more agency so he can kind of like force the plays himself. I think, I mean, you can't have 8 deaths on Jinx, respectfully, to Faye as well, though. I mean, like, you are the carry of this team when you're picking Jinx here. Got to see a little bit better positioning out of Faye. So maybe you try to give Sam a little bit more playmaking, see if Faye can get on something where they're a little more comfortable, try to have a few less deaths. And then I mean I think overall though, like I don't know, don't self counter pick yourself top. Like I don't think Nevada had a bad game necessarily, but you self counter picked with the Ornn, which made the matchup really hard. Dave got advantages in lane, was able to use the counter pick effectively in team fights a few times. Um, but I don't know. You had some inspiring stuff with like the mid. I thought Game Case played a good early game. The Victor kind of just outscaled, and I mean, Apari just kind of just I don't know, not a whole lot he could force that game. So maybe you try to get him on something a little more agency than the Viego. I'm not entirely sure, but we'll see. Yeah, and exactly, Rat. That's why I was not even too upset with the Ornn in the first place. Like, yeah, you self counter pick, but who cares? You're playing top lane, your last pick for team. I think that's fine. Build was a little weird, most definitely, but
Yeah, I
overall, I
also
think that
think
game was still super playable if the team fights had went a little better.
team fights and item compositions or item choices here, sorry. Cause Jinx had built a Bloodthirster. Uh
We are
her
getting into game
Bloodthirster.
two draft right
Oh my
now, though,
gosh,
so we'll
already?
we'll get we'll get our
Sheesh.
answers immediately,
That is
everyone.
true. So
SKT chose to stay on the red side, by the way. They lost. They chose to stay on red side. Um, interesting here. Same bands coming out so far: Malzahar,
can I mute
Anivia,
this please?
Kane.
Can I mute this please? Cause no. I can't mute it. Sad face. This is really too loud for my ears.
Mundo bands. I think these are all the same bands so far, and yeah, same 6 bands. I think that's one thing we're going to see more this season than last season is I feel like in seasons past, like if you get popped by something game one, you might drop a ban and switch that out. You don't have to do that in Fearless. If you get popped by something, it's not getting picked again. So I feel like we're going to see a lot more of like the same bans carry out through series.
Yeah, I
That's
could
my
definitely see
prediction at
that.
least.
No, I definitely agree with you there. Ophelia is getting first pick
Aphelios
too.
first pick. I like that. I don't think you're facing a ton of
I
pressure in
don't.
lane from Faye, so you're kind of gonna get to scale. And with Aphelios and Jinx already gone, I feel like Jinx is like one of the traditional answers into Aphelios. And with Jinx already banned off because of Fearless, you don't have to worry about that. You can just go get a comfortable matchup. The Jinx is going to get answered. I'm pretty sure that's like a pretty comfortable pick for Faye. Um, Not too sure about Jin just as a pick into Aphelios, but if you want to give Sam something with more agency and allow him to kind of roam, Jin does have pretty good wave clear to kind of stay alive in those lanes.
Zach
Zach getting
not
locked in here.
wow.
Wow, that was
Nautilus
the
Panther.
fastest locks ever.
Wow, giving SKT no room. They are very confident. Wow.
And we are gonna have the Zach get locked in. Interestingly enough, everyone, I know Apari can play Zach, but Sam has played Zach support numerous times, so you have kind of a flex pick here. Morgana getting locked in too. So you have quite a few flex picks here right now on the side of SKT. Pantheon himself also being a flex pick. Could really go jungle top or mid, technically. We'll see where they end up putting it. Um, Nautilus, I guess, also could go jungle. So not too
Oh
sure what
my.
these team comps are shaping out to yet. And the same exact bans are coming through again. We have Swain, we have Veigar.
Wow, Project Tuesdays is not giving them room at all to think.
No, Project Tuesdays knows exactly what they're doing, and they are banning stuff immediately, really putting SAT under
Instant.
time pressure here.
Very, very fast, yes. They've
I mean, that just
taken
shows the prep
invisible.
work they've put in too, though. Having played on a team with Spiral last season, that is a guy that loves putting in the prep work. So, not too surprised about that. Riven ban coming through, Rek'Sai ban coming through. Believe those are some changed bans. So Mel is left open. Mel was not open last game, is open this game. So is Ari. Ari was also banned last game. See if either of those picks kind of rise up here. Sam going to go for the Thresh potentially. This is exactly what I'm talking about. I would love to see Sam's Thresh. Really good character for him. Opted for the Leona instead. Still some
The
agency. Don't hate it.
disappointment. The
And so we're
disappointment.
gonna have that means this is basically got to be Morgana mid blind though, unless you'd be willing to put like Zac top lane and have Morgana go jungle. Morgana blind mid, not my favorite thing. I think Syndra's not like too mad about that. Syndra's pretty happy there, and then you're gonna have Gwen come through. Could be Gwen jungle, could be. I assume it's Gwen jungle Pantheon top. Could be the reverse though. We'll see.
This is a draft. I think this is probably the fastest draft that I've seen.
It is
Just
going to be a lot. Yeah. Syndra does have a lot of dive to worry about, though. Gonna have to position well. And the Yone. Ooh, I like that as a last pick here. That's
wow.
what I'm predicting here is we're going to have Zach jungle, Morgana mid with a Yone top lane for Nevada. And if that's what we're getting, pretty excited. Although I will say I think Yone would have a very hard early laning phase into the Pantheon,
Who
especially if
on
Dave went something
earth?
like Ignite.
Uh, Apari is on their yeah. I need to get back in the lobby. I'm not
I
in the
do like the dive
lobby.
here. So you have Aphelios and you have Syndra as your carries here, your backline carries. Very vulnerable to dive,
I
which
don't
is
know who's
exactly what SKT has drafted.
on what. I don't know who's on what. Uh, okay. Gwen's top. Got it. Pants. Alrighty. Zach. Yawn. Morn. Jenna. Leona. Create assets, please. Please. Alright. I can't make the assets. Why do I even try? Well, I don't even know why I try anymore. Lovely.
All good.
And
What are we
apparently
thinking
we are also
about?
now having a little bit of client bugs.
Okay. Well, what do we think about drafts this game, everybody?
Oh yeah, let's go. He's...
It is kind of interesting to see Game Case opting for back-to-back games of very supportive champions, the Karma and now the Morgana.
Yeah.
Curious to see if that's just kind of gonna be like the team identity for SKT that they're kind of choosing to go for this season. We will see. I do think if you're gonna go for that, having your top lane on a carry versus having your top lane also on like a tank does make a little bit more sense.
Let me do some things. So properties, browse, borders.
And I do agree with Rat that Gwen in the late game will be very difficult
Ooh,
for SKT to deal with.
it does not like to fit. But yeah, no, that's not happening.
I'm assuming it is a Gwen jungle though, Noam. I'm expecting Dave top on the Pantheon with a blind spiral Gwen jungle. Maybe
Um,
that's not what they go
it
for,
is
but
top lane.
okay.
Because I didn't know where the heck it was going. And so I
Okay.
asked for assets, and then I realized I can't actually make the assets, so... so it is a Gwen top. So...
Okay.
base...
Interesting.
Oh, and... Okay, cool. We're good. In theory. Maybe? I don't know. We're talking about ice cream now. This is fine. Alrighty. Unless I was lied to. Was I lied to? Possibly. Who's Pikmin?
That's Dave. So it is going to be Gwen top with a
Okay.
Pantheon jungle. Yeah, I think Yone's probably happier playing into Gwen early game than the Pantheon.
Yeah. Well.
Morgana can be kind of annoying for Syndra. I mean, if the Syndra gets going and has enough damage to just try to pop Morgana, it's not too bad, but Morgana can kind of just black shield herself, walk at Syndra, and just set her up for her other teammates really effectively. But I mean, your damage profile is not particularly high, so Jin and Yone are gonna to have good games here to have enough damage, I think.
Yeah, this is gonna be
And
a
and
fun game.
if you want my prediction for this game, I think Yug goes crazy on Aphelios, but we'll see. Excited to see more Aphelios. Not the most popular champion just because he does have a little bit of a higher barrier to entry than a lot of ADCs. So anytime you get to watch a good Aphelios player, I always find that to be really fun. So we'll see how Yug's Aphelios looks. I don't think I've seen it yet. All good. Um, I am excited to see how Sam looks this game on the Leona. I think Leona is kind of a known champion for Sam in the same way that Braum is, has consistently good performances. Was playing super well last game on the Braum, just, did everything he could do, I think, frankly, and just it wasn't enough. With the Leona, is going to have a little bit more agency to force plays on these roams and these team fights. And maybe the Leona could set up and make someone like Yone's job or Zach's job a lot easier. Because especially as you get into the later parts of the game, if you're not being very coordinated with your CC and with your engage onto a champion like Gwen, Gwen could potentially run you over. So you're really going to have good CC combinations onto something like Gwen. And we're about 40 seconds from getting into game 2 here. I'll take a minute to just grab a drink and we'll be back and we'll get into game, everybody. Thanks. And we are getting into game here now. Okay, looking at summoners, both mid laners opting for Ghost this game. LSD Dream's a really big fan of Ghost, taking it on both the Victor and the Syndra. A Ghost on Victor, not too uncommon. Definitely have seen that a lot in the past. Ghost on Syndra, with the Electrocute setup, not what I'd go for, but excited to see how he pilots it. And Ghost on Morgana, man, if Morgana pops Ghost and runs at you, good luck. That's all I'll say right there. Top laners, Nevada opting for Exhaust here again on the Yone. We have Ignite for Dave. Ooh, Dave gonna look to get aggressive here with the Ignite. That top lane's gonna be spicy, everybody. I can just call that right now. Yug, of course, taking Cleanse this game. Makes sense. Everything else looking pretty standard. As a reminder of last game, it ended up being pretty close, but the early game was very good for the side of PT in the laning phase, both top and bot. If you're SKT here, I want to see much better laning out of the bot lane. Can't have Faye losing Flash so early this time. See if you can kind of get a more advantageous position. We'll see. First miss there for the Syndra. All good, Draco. No worries. Dean's done it to me before. We do have... I do like these skin choices, though, by the way. Nice Morgana skin. I do like that. W looks very cool. Yone looking to trade onto Gwen here. Oh, misses the Q2. Game case, oh, lands the Q that time. That's going to be some pretty good damage on the Syndra. Is getting low on mana, though. Morgana can run out of mana pretty quickly if you're spamming your abilities. And that's just gonna be a flash blown by Faye. We'll see if, and with Pantheon pathing down, like they have the vision to maybe spot it out, but I expect Blind Spiral to look for a bot lane play, and I mean that's just such an avoidable flash. Like Sam's backing up. I don't know if they're not communicating or what, but you know if support backs up, ADC backs up. There's no reason we should be losing flash there. Hate to see that. We'll see if Pantheon's able to punish. Gonna look for the same exact kind of lane gank that he did last game. And I mean, I don't know how you survive this if you're Faye, if both Nautilus and Pantheon choose to flash on you. We'll see. They're actually going to go in. Zach's on the crab, though. So Zach not choosing to go in here. And yeah, that's the flash. Zach is here now, though. Can they maybe turn it back around? That's pretty good damage on the Spiral. Sam, they are going to get one. Apari's probably going to lose the passive here. Instead, chooses to flash out. And overall, it's a 2-for-1. Game Case actually walking down as the Morgana here has Ghost here, can get behind them, but both bot laners for PTF flash. I don't think you're going to see too much. You're going to have to land the Q here with the cleanse. Not going to be enough damage if you don't. Apari is taking so much damage from the wave, I think his passive is gone. And that's wild. He does hold the wave for Faye, which is nice. Faye not going to lose as many minions, but it's exciting one to say the least to start off here. That's kind of deja vu. You blow Faye's flash in the 1v or the 2v2, and then you just get a easy gank from Blind Spiral. I mean, I don't know. That's the exact same shit that we saw last game. Dave looked for a flash there, did not realize Yone was going to be out of range. So both top laners burning flash. Faye is farming better this game, does have a little bit of an advantage on Aphelios right now. Good damage, but Aphelios has fairly good guns to my understanding for fighting in the lane phase right there. That Inferno is kind of splashing. Nice hook by Fatal right there onto Faye. Not going to be able to get too much more, and Sam does look to trade back, but not going to be enough damage to really have anything happen there. Neither top laner has backed yet. Gwyn has ult. Oh, Yone very fortunate that his ult didn't tag the Gwyn and keep him on top of her. That probably would have been a kill for Dave. I don't think Dave will be able to dive Yone under the turret, but we'll see. Has Ignite. Game Case playing really far up. Nevada does not want to give these minions, but I'm afraid with the Ignite here, this is just going to be a kill, and yes, it is exactly. And I mean, we're kind of just getting the exact repeat of last game, everybody. I mean, just, am I crazy here? You burn the flash early game bot, Blind Spiral lane ganks, you get an advantage there. Top lane gets solo dove, you get an advantage there. Kind of the run back. The difference here, though, is first drag is actually being started by SKT this time. PT not starting that this time around. Yeah, very true, Chow. The only difference is Sam has already died. You know, at least if you are SKT fans in the chat, those kills did go on to Nautilus, so Not quite as strong. A Blind Spiral potentially caught out here. Well done by Game Case to kind of wrap around him, get that damage off so the E didn't block, and just gonna be a dead Spiral. Ooh, nice sidestep by Game Case there. Gotta be careful though. Full health Syndra could look for a kill potentially if Syndra's able to land a full combo. And man, the Yone is just like not doing enough damage to Gwen. Well, I take that back. It's close, but it's very close actually. Oh, the ults! Oh no! Yeah. Tough. I'm not sure. Do we think Yone kills there if that hits? I'm honestly not sure. Oh, that's just a nice flash forward by Fatal. It's just going to full combo the both of them. Ready to follow up was Yug there, although Faye is firing back. It's barely not going to be enough, though. And you get a kill mid, and Faye sticks around and dies bot, and oh man, guys, it's really kind of falling apart for SKT right now. 4K gold lead already for the side of PT. And the laning phase is just going so well for both top and bot again. I've been really impressed by the bot lane of PT. I mean, in this series, but also, they just looked really good in Frostbite as well, at least the games that I watched. The one game that the winning team from Frostbite lost, that being QC, was game 1 when they kind of got diffed and bought by this PT bot lane. So they've been very impressive consistently. It's going to be exciting to see how they continue to look the rest of the season. And yeah, it's just really hard for SKT at this point. I mean, I think this is another kill for Dave. Yeah. Gwen with the Dusk and Dawn already. Rat, that's what I said. I said the one game they lost was that one game. You know, if you're SKT, can you find anything? Okay, Morgana has snuck in from behind here. You can potentially look for a 4-man play. Oh, Bind barely misses. Would have just been cleansed, but I like the attempt by Game Case to wrap himself around there. Maybe went just a moment too soon. W Rat, great choice in beer. And at this point, Draco, the solo cast is what it is. I'm killing this shit. Unless Rat wants to hop in, but W Sapporo. Shit, Rat, if you take 1 second, the game will be over. I don't think we have too much left. Respectfully. Yeah, and I mean, you don't even need the Pantheon ult there. It's just already dead. And I mean, we've got a 5.5K gold lead at 12 minutes. Just a really tough spot for SKT. And frankly, I mean, I think we kind of talked about it before the game started. You really needed the advantage in the early game with this team composition because you certainly get outscaled. Not trying to be doomer or anything, but it's going to be a hard one to try to find a way back in. Jhin as well. I'm not entirely sure what item Jhin is first building here. Usually you want to go for something like the Yomu's. Yep, Chow, I kind of agree with you. Oh, could be Stormrazor. I have not seen that item very much. Forget that's back as something people want to build. Not actually sure if we have the ability to do that, Rat. Not sure if we have an admin. Draco an admin? Okay. Wait for Draco to stream her screen, and we can commiserate this SKT team together for about another 5 minutes until this one's over.
World's first ever rat poisoning cast.
Excellent. The world's first ever rat plus brewer cast.
Holy. No, this is actually
and
for the
Fatal with a nice combo here, and cancels the Zac jump.
Yug ulting backwards. Ulting his demons.
They do actually manage to get one. What can Yone find here?
The Yone flash.
Oh, misses. Good root.
IQ lands. Can they find anything with Jingle?
LFD Trick is like, woo! Probably gonna die here for that. You do get the Jin, but that will be
200 gold bounty.
It's a shutdown, yeah.
I would have loved to see that on the Yone there.
Yeah, you know, credit to SKT continuing to try to find angles there. I like the fact that, you know, they're still trying to play aggressively here, seeing what they can do. But yeah, I mean, Dave looks so damn scary right now. Getting close to that Gnasher's Tooth as well. And Yone's probably, yeah, Yone is just gonna die here, I believe. Yeah.
Okay, it goes to Fatal though, at least.
Yep, Fatal is securing a lot of the kills right now.
Oh man, wait, does that mean the game is over?
Who knows? I didn't even see what that was. I didn't even see what that was. Dave looking for a 1v2 here. Can he find it? Blind Spiral gonna come in to just not allow him to have the 1v2 glory. And he is gonna step down.
Strike with that warning.
Woo! Blind Spiral with the nice spear.
Blind Spiral's been really impressive this series.
He has been, yeah. I thought he's had a really nice, he had a really nice Bilgewater as well.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that's...
I feel bad for Apari, because I feel like Apari is doing everything he can, especially in the Viego game, but it's just like full clear, and then he has no sums.
Well, you missed a little bit of the early game here, Rat, but we'll let this play finish first. But yeah, you missed a little bit of the early game this time around. But I mean, it was deja vu from game one. Jin gets flash blown in 2v2. Pantheon lane ganks, gets first blood, and then top lane gets a solo kill under enemy turrets. I mean, it was just the exact same thing from game one. And as much as I like this SKT lineup, and I think they have potential, you gotta stabilize your early game to give yourself a chance.
I agree 100%. I mean, I think it's like, I don't know what their comms sound like, but maybe, you know, maybe it's on a party of like, you know, remembering last game, like the enemy jungler could be on top crab or he could be lane game.
Yeah, but at a certain point,
your AD carry has no flash. Like, I'm not fully like blaming a party or whatever, but I feel like.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
Lack of comms, or just, I'm not sure what it is.
Part of it, I think, is that, but at the same time, you know, if you've lost your flash, and Nautilus and Pantheon both have flash, I don't know how you're ever surviving, calm or not. You're losing too much. And the Spell Shield's gonna keep Fatal Zelda alive there.
Okay. That's just too hard. They're too far behind.
Yeah, and here comes Dave.
I don't mind that angle from them, though. I don't think it's bad at them.
No, you have to try.
You gotta be super desperate at this point.
Yeah, you have to try. At this point, you're so far behind, as you're saying. Yeah, just kind of a tough spot.
Yeah, it's just difficult with the draft that SKT opted for. With like, you have to win early. You have to be prioritizing on the Zac ganks, and you know, trying to get especially your bot lane an early lead, and like you said, when the bot lane has no flash off the 2v2, it's really difficult for Zach to be able to achieve that.
Big Yone ult's gonna pick LSD Dreams up. Yep.
There's just no shutdown gold.
No, afraid not. Oh, Sam managed to actually get out there. Yone going back in.
Is that not insane, by the way, that it's a 6k gold deficit and there's no shutdowns on the entire enemy team?
I know. Objective bounties did just come online, though.
I guess, but how do they even contest it? There's phalites on all 4 quadrants, like...
Yeah, and you now have a 100 gold bounty has now appeared on Aphelios. I do believe they really tuned down individual bounties this season, as you're kind of seeing here. You'd expect them to be present.
Like, at this point, would you, as SKT, would you say that your win con is just pushing out side lane tier 1s for those bounties, or like what do you even play for to get yourself any gold to kind of even contest anything?
I'm not sure. It's so hard to play for side lane at this point because Gwen is going to run through whoever tries to go side lane.
Yeah, it's super difficult. I mean, I don't know, if I'm SKT here, I think... I don't even know. I really don't have an answer of how to even come back, especially if there's no shutdowns anywhere.
Oh, and you've got Blind Spiral here looking for the dive on Game Case. Fatal gonna push forward.
Okay.
Fatal actually doing a nice, or excuse me, Game Case doing a nice job, but
another tower shot. So
you're
sad.
just so far behind at this point. I have been impressed with Game Case. Game Case played a good game 1, and also had some good games in Frostbite. Excited to see more from them this season, but
I agree. I think
oh wow.
I think he piloted the Karma really well, or I'm not really sure, but they piloted the Karma really well. But I think that the pick itself could have been better as an animator. I think that the Karma controlled their draft a little bit.
Yeah, they did take the Karma blind, if I recall correctly, and then Victor got answered. And I guess they could have flexed. They could have put Karma top into Poppy though, and drafted a different mid. Instead, they chose to last pick the Ornn.
I just feel like they should have picked the Karma before the Braum. Or I mean, they should have picked the Karma before the Braum, because they're just revealing their support pick at that point.
Very true, very true. Maybe gonna be a pick on Dave. Wow, the W, I don't know if that was a miss or the W blocked that or what, but they do get a shutdown.
Yone just can't get... If Yone can get like fully back into the game, this is completely winnable.
There's
and
maybe
also,
an angle, yeah.
Yone pop up. It's been 3 minutes since then, so I don't think it's actually over. I think, you know, the game could still be going on. I don't know.
No, I do believe that was just Draco DMing friends or something. I'm not 100% sure.
Because I remember before the client would pop up when the game ended. Oh, the game is still ongoing.
Yeah, buckle your freaking seatbelts, everybody. We are not done yet. I know we're all rooting for the SKTW to happen this season.
I need the SKT dub. I mean, regardless of if they win or lose, I feel like this season they look like a completely different team than last season. They seem way more cohesive, especially game 1. Their objective timer tracking, like their timing on fights, it looked way better. Like they looked way more in tune with each other. So I was super happy to see that. Like, I think they look genuinely like real competitors.
Yeah, I think you can take a lot of positives from game 1. And game 2 right here is a little bit tough, but I mean, it happens to everybody. Sometimes you just get beat so hard in lane, and you had an early game comp that it could start to look rough. We'll see, though, what can they do here to stay in this? Can they find an angle back in? You haven't.
Could be an insane
a good engage.
Come on, give me the Yone ult.
Gonna hold it for right now, but that is... Wait, and Morgana got a solo kill onto LSD Dreams there in bot lane.
I didn't even see that.
While being full health, by the way. Well played the game case somehow.
We are so back. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Yone is going to pick up that second item. Everyone has the Infinity Edge now. Gonna see what they can do here. Maybe grab a mid turret. That would be some nice gold back. Good work by SKT, continuing to stay in this one. You know, they've shrunk the gold lead. It's still about 4.5K, but that's less than what it was. So they're working their way back in. Yone is getting pretty strong. Zach as well, finding good team fights. Potentially a catcher onto Apari though. Gonna get jumped on, gonna get hooked. Uses the flash to reach the blast cone. Blast cone's out, and they pop the passive. Good attempt by Apari to get away, but in the end, gonna be his death. Unfortunately, just kind of caught their backing. Oh, what a great route by Faye. Can you... Oh, wow. Never mind. That was some insane Aphelios damage. And Sam is just like 1v4. I don't think you can walk up here, Faye. Gonna flash in.
Okay.
Okay.
Shutdown at least.
You do get a shutdown. And you weren't gonna get Dragon regardless because Apari had already died. So, you know, you get a shutdown there.
Okay, I mean, at least the dragon is there for them to turn around to, and they don't have the timer for Baron. So the worst they lose there is the dragon, and it kind of buys them time with the shutdown to kind of respawn and regroup and maybe try to find some kind of pick or something to regain tempo to kind of contest Baron after.
Yeah, you may be onto something there. We'll see what they're able to do with this.
Like right now
getting...
is kind of their
Yeah.
sorry for interrupting.
No, you're good.
Right now is kind of their prime time to set up the vision around the Baron and kind of establish their priority and push out their top lane, you know, while they know that the enemy team is on resets.
Yeah, and Sam is kind of looking to do just that. We'll see what kind of vision he's able to get down. Could you potentially look for a pick on Aphelios here? I'm not sure. No, Nahus is just close enough. Aphelios so scary right now on the 3 items.
I think it's just so difficult for them to find picks, especially not knowing where the Pantheon is with ult up.
Yep, good point. Yone is hanging out in mid. Gonna have to go answer top pretty soon. Yeah, walking there now. We'll see if GameCase is able to replicate the success he had in that previous solo kill. You know, could he find another one on the Syndra or continue to pressure and kind of give you a winning side lane? Oh, wow. What a hook onto Faye. That's just one shot. Dave's there too. Ah.
And we're just seeing mispositioning from Faye across both games that's kind of been game losing, quite frankly, you know, like...
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Speak up. I just need to move my mic closer. Is this better?
I don't know. You sound good to me in Discord, but...
Come on, give me the steal!
Here, no. Good try. But, you know, I do kind of agree with... GameCase here. Oh, wow.
We're getting a solo killed bot now.
Yeah, 10K gold lead has appeared again, and I kind of agree with you though. I mean, the ADC just your ADC should not have the most deaths on the team, in my opinion, like ever.
Yeah, I agree.
It's just it's tough.
I don't know. It is just difficult. Are they on an end timer here? I don't think so, right?
They're gonna push so quickly, but they are
Good,
choosing to
Baron.
push 3 lanes. We may see double or even triple inhib here. You do have Sam's ultimate up. Maybe you could look for a pick.
Give me an overstay. Give me an overstay. Why are we
Yeah.
ulting that? Gwen has W.
Gwen has fancy feet. Doesn't even need the
Yeah, I
W.
mean, yeah.
Sam gonna kind of walk forward here, see if he can find something, but kind of just getting chain CC. Doesn't even have time to get the ultimate off.
Okay.
Yone ult!
Huge Yone ult!
But Dave flashes forward there. Absolutely nasty
Just
Gwen
can't
damage.
hit
And,
anything. Such a close, really nice
yeah, good try. But the early game was just such an insurmountable lead. You know, they didn't give up. They continued to try to make plays, but that is going to be a clean overall 2-0 for the side of PT. We do have the honor again of picking a Game 2 MVP. Who stands out to you this time, Rad?
I mean, you do have the 14-2 Aphelios. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of tough to say. Like Fatal hit like some really insane hooks, got some really good picks.
Dave had a great game as well on the Gwen. Found solo kills in the early, multiple solo kills.
They've had a lot of great pressure in side lane, really good macro. I don't know. I think if it's me, I have to give it to Yug.
I agree. Yug with the most damage in the game, 20 KP, to only 2 deaths in a game where you're playing up against a lot of dive, by the way.
Yeah, the Zach Leona. I mean, you got Jin ult,
So just
Morgana
really
Flash,
good
Yone
stuff.
ult.
So I
So
mean that's
much to
yeah.
kill you.
So great stuff out of the bot lane from PT both games. I mean, game 1 Fatal grabs an MVP, game 2 Yug grabs an MVP. And I was kind of expecting this out of the bot lane after the stuff I'd kind of seen from them. So to see them come in and just have a strong performance to start out against one of the best supports in the server, really good stuff. So shout out to PT though.
Agreed.
What a great way to just start off week 1.
WPT, well played. SKT, excellent try. You guys look way better than last season. You guys are definitely coming together. And one thing I do want to point out is it's the first game of the season, like the first series of the season, can really paint a picture of the things that you need to improve on as a team. Because QC lost to 1T very first series last season and then ended up winning the entire thing. So like,
It's true.
and 1T didn't even make playoffs last season. So like, don't feel defeated. Like, I think definitely there's a lot of things that you can gather from this and things that you can review with your team and discuss moving forward. And I think that they can actually be a very strong team.
The pieces are there, and you see. I was really, especially Game Case. I was really impressed by Game Case through both games. I'd like to see potentially Game Case play a bit more of a carry champion though, maybe next
Yeah,
week. Maybe
I
try something
agree.
like that.
I agree.
But
And if not a carry champion, more of a jungle enabler,
hmm,
something where you can kind of follow a party around and kind of have prio all the time. Like, I think that them banning the Malzahar was really smart.
yeah,
Um,
certainly.
because that's a really good duo champion with your jungler to kind of just always have prio and move around. But I'd kind of like to see more champions like that in the mid lane to kind of enable Apari, because I do think Apari played exceptionally well this series.
I agree. I thought Apari had a really nice game 1, and I really think if some of those kills early game had went on to Viego instead of just grabbing all assists,
Agreed.
maybe he could have got accelerated a little bit faster and maybe that game could have looked a little bit different. But overall, SKT stuff to build off of. Project Tuesdays, brand new team, starting off with a strong 2-0 statement win. Um, good stuff from both teams, and yeah, I'm excited to see more. We've got 2 matches on Sunday, and then another match on this coming Tuesday. So stay
Go
tuned,
QC.
everybody. A lot of fun stuff to see. Um, really, all banger matches, frankly, in my opinion. All the all these games are going to be great. So that's kind of all I have. Draco, thank you for streaming. Rat, thank you for joining. Everybody, thank you for watching. We had a great engagement, like 20 plus viewers for week 1 here already. Great stuff, everybody. And I think we can end it there.
Yeah, GG's.
No interview. Bye bye.